Deep within a sun-dappled forest, where the light danced through the leaves and the air was filled with the scent of earth and greenery, a tall teak tree stood proud, its presence commanding attention. Its branches reached towards the sky like long, strong arms stretching out to touch the heavens. At its base, nestled amongst the roots, grew a small, unassuming herb, almost hidden from view. The herb had tiny leaves and delicate stems, fragile yet resilient. It lived a quiet life close to the earth, finding nourishment in the rich soil and shelter in the shadow of the mighty teak.
The teak tree towered over the forest, its height a testament to its strength and endurance. It boasted of its thick trunk and sturdy branches, proud of its ability to withstand the elements.
The little herb listened quietly, its leaves rustling softly in the breeze, a gentle whisper in the forest. Its leaves rustling softly in the breeze, a gentle whisper in the forest. The herb knew the forest held many dangers, from the fierce storms to the trampling feet of animals. But the teak tree seemed unafraid, standing tall and unwavering.
I am the strongest tree in this forest. My roots run deep and my branches reach the heavens. Nothing can harm me.
The herb listened humbly, nodding its tiny head.
Pride can be a dangerous thing. True strength lies in knowing when to bend.
The teak tree only laughed, its leaves shaking in amusement. It paid no heed to the herb's gentle warnings. Days turned into weeks and weeks into months. The sun shone brightly and gentle breezes rustled the leaves. The teak tree basked in the warmth, its branches reaching higher and higher. The little herb thrived in the dappled sunlight, its roots digging deeper into the cool earth. When the rain fell, the teak tree stood firm, its leaves glistening with moisture. The herb bowed low, letting the raindrops wash over it. It knew the importance of yielding to the forces of nature. One day, dark clouds gathered ominously on the horizon, casting a shadow over the forest. The air grew thick with tension, as if nature itself was holding its breath. The wind howled through the forest, whipping the trees back and forth with a relentless fury. Leaves and branches were torn from their homes, swirling in the chaotic dance of the storm. The animals scurried for shelter, sensing the approaching storm. Birds took to the skies, seeking refuge in the dense canopy, while squirrels darted into their burrows. Every creature knew that this was no ordinary storm. The teak tree felt the wind's fury, but it stood its ground, its roots anchored deep within the earth. It had weathered many storms before, and its strength was a testament to its resilience.
I will not bend, it seemed to declare, its voice a silent roar against the tempest.
The teak tree roared, its voice lost in the wind's howl. It swayed but did not break, a giant among the forest, standing tall against the storm's onslaught. The little herb trembled at the base of the teak tree. It was small and fragile, its delicate leaves quivering in the fierce wind. It looked up at the towering teak, drawing strength from its steadfast presence. It knew this storm was different, more powerful than any they had faced before. The sky grew darker, and the wind howled louder, a symphony of chaos and destruction. The sky grew darker, and the wind howled louder. The forest was a sea of motion, trees bending and swaying under the relentless assault. Rain lashed down, drenching the forest in a heavy downpour. The sound of raindrops hitting the leaves was a constant drumbeat, adding to the cacophony of the storm. Lightning flashed, illuminating the swaying trees. Each bolt of lightning was a brief blinding light, revealing the forest in stark, eerie detail. The teak tree groaned as the wind pushed against its branches, trying to bend it to its will. But the tree stood firm, its roots holding it steadfast against the storm's fury. It was a battle of wills, nature against nature, strength against strength. The storm raged throughout the night, unleashing its fury upon the forest. The teak tree, unable to bend, fought against the wind's relentless force. Its roots, though deep, began to loosen their grip on the soaked earth.
With a deafening crack, the teak tree snapped. Its once proud trunk crashed to the ground, crushing the undergrowth beneath its weight.
The little herb, however, had bowed low throughout the storm. The wind rushed over it, unable to uproot its flexible stem. As the storm subsided and the sun peeked through the clouds, a sense of calm began to return to the forest. The once dark and turbulent skies were now giving way to a gentle golden light that bathed the landscape in warmth. The forest was a scene of devastation. Trees lay scattered like matchsticks, their branches broken and leaves strewn across the forest floor. The aftermath of the storm was a stark reminder of nature's raw power. The once mighty teak tree lay broken, its massive trunk split and shattered. It had stood tall and proud for decades, a symbol of strength and resilience. But now its reign over the forest ended. The teak tree, which had once towered over all, was now just another casualty of the storm. The little herb, battered but unbroken, slowly unfurled its leaves. Despite the storm's fury, it had managed to survive. The storm had passed, and with it a new day had begun, leaving behind a valuable lesson. The forest, though scarred, was beginning to heal. Sunlight filtered through the canopy, casting dappled shadows on the ground. True strength lay not in rigidity and pride, but in the ability to adapt and endure. The herb, with its flexible stems, had weathered the storm by bending rather than breaking, but in flexibility and humility. The small plants, though seemingly insignificant, had shown remarkable resilience. The herb, in its ability to bend and yield, had demonstrated a quiet strength that the mighty teak tree lacked, had weathered the storm that had felled the mighty teak tree. In the end, it was the humble herb that stood tall, a testament to the power of resilience and adaptability.